Yo, what it do? It's your boy DJ Skandalous. Come back with another video. So recently, Complex has released the greatest rappers from LA, right? The greatest 50 rappers from Los Angeles, California. And Kendrick Lamar is #1 on the list. And look, I'm not hating that Kendrick Lamar's up there, but the whole list is kind of crazy because Tupac is not even on the list at all. And yo, I know everyone's gonna say, yo, you're a Tupac fan, you're a Tupac dick rider and all that, and I get it. But throughout time, Tupac is always left off these lists. He's always hated on by New York fans that don't want to acknowledge that he's from New York, right? And then when he's on these lists on LA and California, the New York fans want to be like, yo, he's from Harlem. He's from New York. He's from Baltimore. He shouldn't be on the LA or West Coast list. But look, this is where the media always downplays Tupac, right? And I've been saying this for years. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I continue to hold the torch when it comes to West Coast and Tupac, because this shit ain't fair. And look, the media, they love propping up these musicians that are alive. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Jay-Z. Why? Why did they put these guys at #1? They could promote Complex. They could promote Rolling Stone. Tupac and Biggie can't do that. Tupac and Biggie can't get them an interview. Tupac and Biggie cannot pay them. So why would they put these live artists over the dead artists? Because the live artists are live and they're marketable. Tupac and Biggie can't do nothing. So look, I get that there's fans of many different rappers, and I understand if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, you're a Jay-Z fan, I get that. But to omit Tupac from Los Angeles list, top 50, just so you could put Kendrick Lamar #1, that's some shady, fucked up shit. And look, we've seen this with Rolling Stone, right? With the greatest albums and the greatest, rappers of all time list. And a lot of these media companies, they want to increase engagement and have shock value, so they'll put somebody really low on the list and so on over them, like having Nicki Minaj over DMX, right? Having Tyler the Creator over DJ Quick, right? They'll do this so then you start talking, you start tweeting. But one thing I noticed about these lists is they want to prop up Jay-Z, they want to prop up Kendrick Lamar, but they want to do it at the expense of Pac, but they want to limit the pushback and the blowback, so they don't even include him on the fucking list at all. And I get it. People are gonna say, well, he's a New York rapper, or he promoted Bay Area straight from the underground, or he's saying straight from Oaktown, right? And he said that a lot, right? But he also made California Love. He made To Live and Die in LA. He repped LA the last 10 months, and 96 for Pac is one of the most iconic years in all of hip hop. Doesn't matter if it was only 10 months or 11 months. That dude did so much that it felt like he did 10 years on death row there, repping LA, repping California. All those movies, all those unreleased songs, 200, 300 unreleased songs, albums coming out in 98, 99, 2001, 2002, and outselling DMX, outselling Ja Rule, outselling everybody not named Eminem. Pac's music from Death Row period, from 96, was doing all that, outselling everybody. So, look, my gripe is not that you don't want to acknowledge that Pac is from the East Coast or the West Coast, but if you're going to do a list complex, right? You're going to do a list for New York rappers, and you're going to have Nicki Minaj on there, who's fucking from Trinidad, and you're not going to acknowledge that Pac is from Harlem, not have him on the New York list, and then when you go to LA, you don't have him on the LA list, but then you have Exhibit on there. And I love Exhibit, but he's from Michigan. He's not from California, and he rep Texas, right? And you have Ice-T on there. Ice-T is not from California. He's from New Jersey. And then you have Snoop Dogg on there. Snoop Dogg is Long Beach. Eazy-E is Compton. So why would you omit Tupac, and he repped LA, has some of the most iconic Los Angeles and California anthems in hip-hop history? Still timeless. You're not going to put him on there, and you're not going to put him on the East Coast, New York greatest rappers list. Fuck you, Complex. You're dog shit. Straight up.